Still here. It's around 4:30. Friend of the cult to Scientology. It is the day before Easter, April 11th. Today is. Here is Tommy Gorman, and we've been having a good time showing everybody, educating people about the cult of Scientology and Xenu. There actually are a good amount of ex-Scientologists are actually out here today. Surprisingly, a lot of people have no idea who they are, but a lot of them came up to me and talked to me and told me that they used to be Scientologists and stuff like that, interested in staff members, other things like that. So luckily today, a lot of the anonymous people actually are friends of the cult of Scientology. Alright guys, I'll see you guys soon. Scientologist went into the org all angry just now. It's pretty funny. See you later. You heard it, Xenu. If your daughter was raped by a Scientologist, and they protected that guy, would you sit there and let them bitch you around, or would you do something about it? I hope you do something like I did and get the hell out of there and put the guy in jail.
Also, Jenny Craig wants me to call them.
Scientologist, why don't you come over here and confront some ex-Scientologists like myself? Are you gonna run away? Coward. Go ahead, run. Run. We're here at the Scientology event. Not many Scientologists have gone in yet. And just hanging out. Kind of dead and boring from these boring Scientologists. Not many are here, so unfortunately, oh well. But here I am, waiting for some Scientologists. So far, haven't seen very many because there's barely any Scientologists. Alrighty, hopefully we'll get to see some more Scientologists about 7 o'clock right now on the same day of the protest, and today is April 11th, Saturday, the day before Easter, which Scientology does not believe in, of course, because they don't believe in God. There you go. That little Scientologist, take it out there. Won't even come outside. They're just sitting there. Nice and boring. Oh, the anonymous people when I'm not there. Coward. Here's some Scientologists sitting there talking to each other. They're being out ethics and they're not in their little special event. Yep, but there's not really too many people in that little event anyway, so they're not missing much. They're gonna sit there and talk to each other and have good time. Won't even look at us. No? What would L. Ron Hubbard do? No, just come out here and talk to me. Stop running away. And the police.
We come from all backgrounds, all, faiths and creeds. It doesn't really matter. We're just under one idea, which is that, the Church of Scientology is dangerous and needs to be reformed radically.
What about it is most dangerous?
Well, they have, so basically they suck you in from very benign things, and then they get into more kooky things. So the very beginning is like the stress test they have at Bart. They say, we can help you out with what are your financial troubles, emotional troubles, whatever. Get this book, Dianetics, it'll help you, and all this other stuff. And then further into it, you have to go through these, different auditing courses and all this stuff. And all along the way, you have to pay money. Hundreds, sometimes thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Like therapy, or how do they get it?
It's basically like therapy, but they mask it as a religion. So at best, it's like kind of a pyramid business scheme. At worst, it's dangerous cult. It's got these layers. And like a lot of things they do, they're very litigious against critics. Anybody speaking out against them,
come after you.
They'll sue them into the ground. They've got like millions, possibly billions of dollars in legal backing that they can just put in frivolous lawsuits and just run out of money and drop it. Not necessarily.
I did. I was born in Scientology, and then when I left, I used to work for Scientology, and I used to be the guy that would come out and harass these guys and get in their faces and try to get them to punch me and stuff. But when I was in Scientology doing that whole thing, one of my good friends, she was young, she was like 16, and she's worked for Scientology, and she got raped by a top Scientologist, And the top Scientologist people defended the guy completely, kicked her out of Scientology, and then tried to make her sign a piece of paper saying that she can't go to the police. She came and told me about it, and then I went to the police with her. We all got kicked out of Scientology, and then ever since then they've been coming after us. And then we got married, and then we sued Scientology. We won after that.
Coming after you financially?
Financially and physically. We had people in our backyard with guns.
All of you guys?
No, it was just me,
A lot of us
personally.
are just concerned citizens trying to, spread the word.
And so they've
I
actually...
didn't realize it was that in depth.
They will come after you if you're like speaking out. That's why they have a mask on.
I was going to ask that next.
Yeah, that's
How
the
come you
reason.
don't have a mask on?
Because I'm an ex-Scientologist, they know me really well. I've already sued them. I've already won. They've already came after me and all this weird stuff. So I mean, I've had a lot of bad experience with Scientology. They know where I live. They have PIs following us constantly, and so I can't really do anything.
Yeah, what was it?
I'm not going to cover my face. I'm not afraid of them.
Yeah, one of our friends who used to live down in Fresno had a PI follow her all the way down there, and she was wearing a mask. They still found out who she was, and they were basically just harassing her, calling her cell phone every day from the organization that's down there in Fresno, saying, come in for stress test, but she never gave them their phone number. So they do harass. It still happens. It still happens.
And they get violent too. About 8 months ago, I got attacked by a Scientologist, and the guy, got arrested. And then right before we went to trial, he got thrown out. The top Scientologist talked to the DA, and the DA said he just didn't want to deal with the whole situation, and he couldn't give me a good reason why it didn't go to trial. Besides, he didn't want to deal with Scientology, even though we had witnesses, and Scientology had video of it. They didn't care. They threw it out. This happened 8 months ago. So there's a lot of creepy things. Oh yeah.
Get out of here.
No, people
very,
say
very little negative response, really.
People don't like it.
Most negative response is that our masks look kind of crazy, but that's
Yeah,
about
you guys
it.
are a little scary.
Yeah.
I just, as an officer, don't like it because I can't see if anything was happening. I didn't know what you guys were up to until I came
Yeah.
up to you, but I can't see your description, so
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
Part of the whole threat of harassment from them is that we're very what was it? It's in our favor to make sure that we also have cameras, to make sure it's something that they have with. We have cameras, so we have a camera with a tripod there on video recording all this just to make sure. So sometimes when you don't have any video evidence, someone will just come over and jut into you.
Oh my
and then
God,
you won't have any kind of evidence.
Like what happened to me with when the
Or
guys
they'll
attacked me.
just out and just exclaim that you did something to them, and there's no proof, and it's just their word against yours.
And then the cops come out there and try to arrest you, and they say he threatened to kill me or something like that. And
If it came down to something that really required police action, we've signed statements before. Like one of our members was actually attacked by a Scientologist, and some of them, put their name down on the public record as witnesses for the event.
Why are they so threatened? What is it with the violence?
Because they're threatened that it's going to be revealed. They're very protective of their faith because they're so brainwashed into thinking that that we are suppressive people. That's what they call us. They call us suppressive people, and that no good can come of us, and that suppressive people can be lied to, tricked, destroyed, sued into oblivion, and there's no repercussion to the Scientologists.
Or destroyed utterly.
You're destroyed utterly.
And that's Scientology policy.
It's actually
fair game. You can Google it. Find it.
Yeah, fair game policy is actual policy they have. If you ever ask them about it, a lot of times they'll say, oh no, it was canceled years ago. But if you look at the actual policy letter, it says that we've taken out of all the text because it causes bad PR. But this does not, however, change any treatment to the suppressive person. So they just took it out of all their text, but the fair game still remains.
anybody that goes against Scientology or talks critical against it, they believe that you're evil, basically. That's the easiest way of thinking of it.
You are to be disposed of
Well, you guys be
quietly.
safe out here, okay?
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Thank you very much for
All right.
taking up on it.
No problem. Good?
Lieutenant, yeah. Okay, guys.
Oh, probably see you soon.
Closed during the day?
Yeah.
Wow.